Hello, this is part 2 of the series of videos for walkthrough of QMCLOUD. In this walkthrough, we will create a stack and deploy an AWS virtual private cloud and a subnet. As a prerequisite of this walkthrough, we had already created a workspace and a stack profile where we defined the required credentials and defined the region where we wanted our resources to be deployed. So to create the stack, we select the stack's menu item, and then we click on Add. In this walkthrough, we will create a canvas-based stack to create the infrastructure resources from scratch. So here we define some stack properties, select the workspace, select the platform that we are deploying resources for, and the profile, and we click on Save. So once the stack is created, we edit the stack by choosing the canvas button, and then we see the canvas here. It may take a few seconds for the canvas to load. Okay, so once the canvas is visible, we will use the components list on the left and use the drag and drop actions to choose the components that we want to deploy. So in this case, I will search for VPC, and under aws.ec2, I will select the VPC and then drag and drop to the canvas. Similarly, I will search for subnet, and under EC2, I select the subnet and I drag and drop to the canvas. So I'm done choosing the components that I want to deploy. Let me maximize by zooming in. And now I will define some basic properties for these resources. So I will choose the VPC first. I will give a name, VPC1, and I will type in the CIDR block for this specific VPC. So I define the properties. I click on Submit to save. I do the same thing with subnet. I define the subnet CIDR block. And I define a name, and I click on Submit. So the properties are defined. Now, one more thing which I need to do is to define the dependencies. I need to define that this subnet here belongs to this VPC. So the dependencies are defined using connections. So as you will see on this subnet, if I hover over the red dot, which is one of the properties of that component, you see VPC ID. So I use my mouse controls and drag and drop a connection from the VPC ID to the VPC. So here the red dots are the subproperties of a component, and the green dot here is the connection dot where you connect other components. So I have now defined the VPC ID for this subnet to be connected to the VPC that we will deploy. So I'm done composing my infrastructure now, and I go through these action buttons. So I will first save my canvas. Then I validate. So the QMCLOUD behind the scenes is validating and creating a plan for deployment. It will take a few seconds. And once the apply is complete, you will see the action button turns green. And then in the status, when you look at the log itself, you will see that it has created the VPC and the subnet. So this completes the walkthrough for creating the stack using the canvas apply. In the next walkthrough, we will show you how you can get the details for the deployment, including the various properties of each of the deployed resources. Thank you.